I woke up with a dead man's fingers in my mouth.
What the hell?
They're cold, stiff, and they weren't mine.
You're finally awake.
Her voice came from the corner of the room, dark, raspy, like she hadn't spoken in years.
Who are you?
You don't remember? You were screaming my name last night.
I spat out the fingers. They hit the floor with a wet slap.
I don't know you.
Not yet. But you will.
The door behind her creaked open. A shadow stretched across the floor. Too long, too thin.
You shouldn't be here.
His voice was wrong, like two people talking at once.
Who the hell are you?
The last thing you'll see.
The lights flickered. The fingers on the floor twitched. But my legs wouldn't move. The shadow was crawling toward me. And then...
Too late.
The door slammed shut. The fingers on the floor curled into fists.
What do you want?
You.
The lights went out. Something grabbed my ankle. And then...
Let go.
I kicked hard, the fingers snapped, but they didn't let go. They just tightened.
Fighting only makes it worse.
Her voice was closer now, right behind me. I could feel her breath on my neck. Rotten, sweet, like spoiled fruit.
What is this, man?
You should have stayed asleep.
The lights flickered again. For half a second, I saw them. His face was stretched. Too wide. Too many teeth.
Now you see.
The fingers on the floor started crawling toward me. All on their own.
No.
The shadow behind Male 2 moved. Not like a person. Like something
You're part of it now.
The floorboards groaned. Something was underneath them. Scratching.
They're hungry.
The first finger reached my leg. It dug in. Sharp. Like a knife.
Stop.
The lights went out for good. The last thing I heard was Male 2. Laughing.
Too late, too late, too late.
And then...
Get off.
My voice didn't echo, it just disappeared. Like the room had no walls anymore.
Shiv.
A new voice. Younger. Softer. But wrong, like a recording played backward.
Who else is here?
We've always been here. You just never listened.
Then the light. A single flickering bulb swung above me. The floor was covered in them. Dozens of severed fingers, twitching, crawling, and in the corner...
Look at me.
His face was peeling. Not like skin. Like old paint. Underneath, nothing. Just black.
He sees down.
You know.
The fingers reached my waist, cold, sharp, burrowing.
What did you want?
You opened the door.
You said the words.
You let us in.
The bulb exploded. Glass rained down. But the shards didn't fall. They hung in the air. Pointed at me.
Too late to take it back.
The first shard moved. Slow, deliberate, aiming for my eye.
No.
Then...
Now you see.
The darkness wasn't empty anymore. I could see them. All of them. The ones who came before. The ones who screamed. The ones who didn't.
You're one of us now.
My hands felt strange. I looked down. My fingers were cold. Stiff. And when I opened my mouth to scream... The last thing I heard was my own voice. From somewhere far away. Begging.
Please.
But the door was already closing, and the new fingers in my mouth tasted like rust and salt. and fear. I wasn't supposed to open the door, but when you hear a voice whispering your name from the other side at 3 a.m., you don't think. You just do.
Who's there?
The voice didn't answer. Instead, it laughed, a wet, gurgling laugh like something drowning in its own throat.
Let me in.
The knob turned by itself.
No.
The door creaked open, and standing there, dripping black sludge onto the welcome mat, was a woman. At least, it used to be a woman. Now, its skin sagged like melted wax, its mouth stretched too wide, filled with too many teeth.
You called me.
I didn't call anyone.
You said my name 3 times in the dark.
My blood turned to ice because I remembered. Last night, half asleep, I'd mumbled something, a name I didn't recognize. Just a whisper.
That wasn't me. That wasn't real.
Too late.
The thing stepped forward. The floorboards groaned under its weight. And then
Yes.
a hand clamped onto my shoulder. I spun around. It was my roommate, eyes wide, face pale.
You see her too, right?
And Gratefulest Records, too.
I turned back. The doorway was empty, just darkness. And then, from behind me, right against my ear,
Found you.
the lights went out.
Turn the lights back on. Now,
I didn't turn them off.
Then something brushed against my leg. Cold, slick, like fingers dragging through spilled oil.
You shouldn't have looked.
where are you?
The voice came from everywhere at once, the walls, the floor, the air itself.
Right here.
The second voice, higher, younger, but just as wrong.
There's 2 of them now?
There were always 2.
A giggle slithered through the dark, then another, then a dozen, overlapping, twisting into a chorus of something that wasn't human.
Run.
We bolted for the hallway, but the front door was gone. Just smooth, unbroken wall where it used to be.
What the hell?
You can't leave? Not yet.
The giggling got louder, closer, and then
We want to play.
the lights flickered back on. For half a second I saw them, 2 figures, crouched in the corners of the room, heads tilted too far, smiles too sharp.
You know what you did?
My breath caught, because suddenly I remembered. The dream. The name I whispered. Not just once, 3 times.
Dude, what's happening?
I invited them in.
The laughter stopped.
Yes.
And now with stay.
Something grabbed my wrist.
Let go.
But you called us. You wanted us here.
The voice wasn't just in my ears anymore. It was inside my head, slithering between my thoughts.
Stop screaming and help me find a way out.
My roommate's voice was distant, like he was shouting through water. I could hear him stumbling, knocking things over, but the sounds were wrong. Too slow, too thick.
He can't hear you anymore, just us.
The thing holding my wrist started to change. The skin split like rotting fruit, peeling back to reveal something glistening underneath.
What are you?
You know. You've always known.
And then I did remember the nightmare I had last week, the one I swore was just a dream.
And you said our names.
Cold breath crawled up my neck.
I found the door. It's...
His voice cut off with a wet crunch,
Why did you run?
but it wasn't my roommate's voice anymore.
You're home now.
The laughter started again. Not just two voices this time. Dozens, hundreds. A chorus of things that had been waiting.